This Sunday, the New York Times continues a tradition that started more than 11 years ago, publishing a weekly column of first-person stories called Modern Love. Millions read it in print and online, and the Times recently teamed up with WBUR Radio in Boston to bring the articles to life in a podcast. In its first week, Modern Love soared to #1 on iTunes. Just shows you what people are interested in. Here's how the Times picks these unlikely stories.
A love story is kind of a promise. When you talk about the kinds of feelings that tie us together, there's none that's more universal than love. My name is Daniel Jones. I'm the editor of the Modern Love column at the New York Times. The Modern Love podcast was the idea of WBUR, a public radio station in Boston.
Stories of love, loss, and redemption.
Each segment features an actor reading a Modern Love column.
Hey, this is Bettina Miller.
We've had podcasts read by Connie Britton.
I knew this was my test. My life's worth distilled into a moment.
Judd Apatow.
There's never a good time to fall off your couch onto a martini glass, nick a major blood vessel, and begin losing a dangerous amount of blood. But having this happen in the middle of a promising date is an especially bad time.
Jason Alexander, who everyone knows as George on Seinfeld, read a piece that was really firstly about a goldfish.
My daughter's stupid fish is dying.
But was really about mortality and losing our parents.
It was the same with my father last year at the Veterans Home.
We interpret modern love in a very broad way. Both the word modern, which means it can talk about how love is different today.
The modern man has an iPhone 6 Plus and goes to Coachella every year.
Also, we can have children in different ways, and we can form families in new ways. In terms of the word love, it's any way that human beings connect.
If you look at any great love story you've ever read, there is hardship and difficulty, and yet there is the persistence of hope. I'm Mary Elizabeth Williams, and I am a Modern Love contributor. So, like a lot of people in the world, I met someone and married pretty young. We were both in our mid-20s and had 2 kids, and like at least half of all couples, we then broke up.
It wasn't long after the split that I realized I liked the new person inside of me that this heartbreak was forging. What I hadn't expected was that I'd like the person he was becoming too.
Am I doing that right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we found each other again and started seeing each other again and decided to commit to each other again. And then a few weeks later, I found out I had cancer. I'm so glad we broke up. I never once had a moment of doubt that he was with me because he wanted to be with me, and that I was with him because I wanted to be with him, and not because either one of us were afraid that I was going to die. 2 years after finding out I was cancer-free, I wrote The Modern Love, and it just felt like I was ready to tell the story.
If you're lucky, you'll eventually come out of it a little braver and wiser.
Love isn't just a noun. Love is a very active verb. Love is something that you do.
And then you eat it?
Love is a choice that you make, and you have to keep making, and not just romantically, but everybody that you say you love, you decide to love, and then you do it, and you practice it. We are so lame.
I love this column, and now the fact that you can hear it, I love it. Thank you, Elise Shorland. She's a producer who put that all together. Beautifully done.
Love is an active choice.
I love this page so much.
Yeah, beautifully said. Nice on this Valentine's Day. Don't you feel warm inside?
I do.
Good.
I do.
Good. The New York Times Modern Love team will be taking over our Facebook page this Valentine's Day to share some of their favorite lessons of love and redemption. You can join the conversation at facebook.com/CBS This Morning.